Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name's Jan. What's your name?
My name is Tsvetelina.
Okay, nice to meet you. You too. How are you today?
Okay.
Good, good. Okay, could I just check your identification?
Yes, of course. Here you are.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to start with your topic and then we'll move to the interactive task and we'll finish with conversation. So, what have you chosen to talk to me about today?
My topic is modern mystic creatures.
Okay, and you have some notes for me to look at?
Yes.
That's lovely.
I
Thank you
decided to present this topic because I work mainly with teenagers and children, and I have got the opportunity to see their interests and how much they are hooked on stories about vampires, witches, wizards, stories such as Winx, Witch, Harry Potter, and of course Twilight.
Do you think that's a particularly modern phenomenon?
Yes, it could be explained like something modern, but I also have a kind of different yes, I can explain it, different explanations. Can you notice what I wanted to ask you if you have noticed anything similar among young people in the UK?
Certainly in the UK and in my travels with Trinity, definitely, yes.
Yes, some people like you said that this is just something modern, but I would like to add that the choice of these particular creatures aren't by chance, because vampires and witches have always had human origin.
Do you think that's part of people's wish to be immortal? Or?
Yes, that's right. You're absolutely right. And also, I think that we need to create a new world. That's why we reenact some ancient rituals and myths. And of course, that's because we want to give our lives value, because our traditional things like nuclear family or a successful career, a social equality have been...
Can I just interrupt and go, because you're talking about the modern mystic creatures and how, but can you remember how you felt about these kind of things when you were younger?
Oh yes, actually I could remember that I was really afraid, even frightened of creatures like these. But nowadays we can see that children aren't scared of them at all, and I again can explain this phenomenon with the fact that these creatures are no longer evil. They aren't considered evil. To give an example, Edward, the main character in Twilight, is a vegetarian vampire, and he fights his primal pull to bite his beloved, and he loves her with love romantic and protects her from the fangs of the other vampires.
So why do you think there's this sudden change between that evil has become good? Is it replacing something that people have stopped believing in? Or?
I can say that that's because we have already known everything about the good characters. They are consumed. That's why yes. That's why we try to create where to project our ideas of good and bad. And of course, our characters must be new.
All right, okay, well, thank you very much for talking to me about modern mystic creatures. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next part. So for the next part, I'll tell you something, then you have to ask me questions to find out more information. You need to keep the conversation going, but after about 4 minutes, I'll end the conversation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. When I accepted my first job, it was one of the most exciting days of my life. I had such high hopes, but I remember being really disappointed at the end of the first week.
How did you react?
Well, I just felt devastated because I was looking forward to it. It was my dream job.
What was the job?
Well, it was a job in advertising.
Oh, it sounds really interesting.
Well, that's what I thought.
But actually, the things were quite different.
Quite different.
It must have been awful. Okay, and what was the most disappointing about this job? People, your colleague, or your particular job?
Well, it was a mixture of the two, really, and the job wasn't everything it said it would be.
But I suppose that there were some things that interrupt you and that disappointed you most.
Well, I was looking forward to getting out and meeting lots of clients, but it just didn't happen.
Yes, so I suppose that you expected to have more adventurous and more exciting job.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No, not at all. Quite the opposite.
Okay, what kind of advice would you give to other people, because everyone can be in the same situation?
I really don't think that I could have even imagined it, you know.
Maybe we should be more careful when we find when we try to find a job.
Yeah, it's lucky I only had to stay there a month, really.
And after that, now do you regret working in this company?
I never regret things that I've done. I only regret things that I never did.
Yes, it's really wise.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. Right. So now let's move to conversation. So, let's talk about technology. I just don't think that the internet can go on getting bigger and bigger.
Actually, a few days ago, I talked to one of my students, and I expressed the same opinion. And I was really surprised when he told me that technology will be endless. And
how can that possibly be?
And he said his explanation was that human's mind is something eternal, and there is no limit. There are no limits for people. They are capable of doing very big.
Does that excite you in your hopes for the future?
Yes, I'm really excited, and I hope that everything will be all right, because it was said by a really young person. And
I sometimes wish that I'd been born later.
Yes, me too. I really regret regrets not being born a few years ago, for example, because I will be able to see a lot of new things, new technologies. Personally, I was really impressed by some technological devices like CCTV cameras or
in a good
speed
way?
cameras. Not exactly, but my students are in favor of them. And
Really?
yes,
I find that quite strange.
yes, it was strange for me too, but maybe different generations are really different.
Yeah.
My students were really enthusiastic about the CCTV cameras, and they are definitely in favor of them, which was really surprising for me. How do you feel about CCTV cameras?
Well, I know in the UK there's a lot of controversy about CCTV cameras and their role.
Some people think that they limit our freedom and independence, and it's really strange to be watched all the time. In the supermarkets, in the library, at school. How do you feel if you know that you are being watched?
Well, I think sometimes if it's dark and late at night, I'm quite happy that if I'm walking on my own. But I think in the UK we have the highest percentage of CCTV cameras per head of population. I think maybe a little bit too much. Do you see any negative sides to technology with your students that you wish that they'd stop doing certain things? Or?
Personally, I think that there are some bad sides, but my students don't agree with me. They could see only the positive sides.
Right. Do you think the generation gap is getting wider more quickly?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right, let's change the subject. Let's talk about global environmental issues. And there's been a lot in the newspaper about countries trying to get together to sort out the problem. What are your views on how realistic it is to hope that we can get together to solve it?
I think that this is the only way to get together and to try to solve to some extent this problem, because it's one of the biggest in our society. And also I'm sure that we should provide a better future for our children.
Do you think that we should have done a lot more earlier?
Yes. Unfortunately, we are a bit late. But we shouldn't be desperate and shouldn't stop.
What could we have done before, do you think?
First of all, I think that we should set a good example and to learn.
But in the past, what could we have done that we didn't do?
Oh yes, I think that in the past people should have done more things about information, to inform people, to warn them that about the global warming, about pollution, and provoke and encourage them to.
Why do you think that didn't happen? People have known about it for a long time.
Yes, I know, but maybe the focus was on different things, on politician, and that's why nothing has been done.
Okay. And what do you hope for the future on a positive note?
Yes, I think that if we have enough information, we could change the things. For example, if we divide our rubbish at home, it's a good beginning.
Well, sorry to interrupt you all. Thank you very much for that. Let's hope you're right and there's a positive side to it. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Okay, nice to meet you.